Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans Review this afternoon. We're doing the warm-up for the Motherwell Celtic game, and currently Hibs are beating Hearts, which is a fantastic result as far as I'm concerned, because I want Hearts to go down. I do want Hearts to go down, a team that is reduced allocation for Celtic fans on many occasions, down to a little silly corner of the stadium. Hearts they deserve to go down just for that. I think it'd be karma. They think that they're a big club, and reducing the allocation to Celtic fans is basically seen as a punishment for us celebrating too much at their ground. And I think when a team does that, they deserve one thing, and that's to go down, as far as I'm concerned. And they're just a horrible bunch of people, really, when it comes to fans. I've been to many games over the years at Hearts away, and it's got to be said that it is worse. It is way worse than any game that I've ever been at Ibrox. Let's just put that off. Let's jump into the comment section and see. Hearts have got a chance. No chance. No chance. We've got the corner though. We're going to speak to everyone, and we're just waiting. Well, in fact, just wait 2 seconds before I speak to everyone in the comment section, because Celtic are just about to release the team news. Just about to release the team news in a minute or so. It should be around about 30 seconds actually. That will get the team news straight from Celtic, whilst Hibs are having to defend in the 85th minute against Hearts. Hibs winning 1-0. And come on, Celtic, press the button. Press the button and release the data. Hearts making a change. Right, that's it. Celtic, come on. And the team news is out. The team news is Schmeichel, Johnston, Trusty, Scales, Alex Baye, Luke McCowan starts. Bernardo starts. Hitati starts. Forrest starts. Dyson Maeda starts. And Kyogo starts. Where on earth is the captain? The captain's not even on the bench. What has Brendan Rodgers done? Breaking news. Absolutely. Hearts have just scored. Oh my God. Hearts have just scored. On the bench is Sinisat. This is an amazing Sunday afternoon. Hearts have just scored, but Sinisat, I'm going to just get 2 seconds. That is an amazing team. Where is the captain? Where is the captain? He's nowhere to be seen on the bench. There was no indication to say that Callum McGregor was injured. And that is a complete strange one from Celtic. I'll just get this team up on the screen. I'm trying to watch the Hearts goal. I can't believe that they've scored. Oh, it's a hand. If it doesn't score, it'll be a penalty. Comes off his arm as well. Damn, just not what I wanted. Right, let me just. I'm all over the place with that. And what has Brendan Rodgers done? Adam Ida doesn't start. Kyogo starts. Callum McGregor is nowhere to be seen. Where is Callum McGregor? What's wrong with him? And why is he not playing today? I'll just put that over there. Carter Vickers with that big long name. And unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable scenes in Edinburgh, unbelievable scenes at and download. Here we go, just download that, 2 seconds, and then we'll upload it onto the screen. And there's fireworks on the pitch. Hearts fans have put fireworks onto the pitch in Edinburgh. And let's just get me see, where is that image? And then we will get the team on the screen. There we go, the team is on the screen. Schmeichel, Johnston is captain. Alistair Johnston is captain. Trusty, Scales, Alex Baye. Luke McCowan plays in the role. Now, how many of us have been talking about the fact that Luke McCowan is a future replacement for Callum McGregor, which is massive news on its own. That absolutely massive news on its own. On the bench is Sinisalo, Taylor, Palmer, Ida, Kuhn, Yang, Carter Vickers, Engels and Ralston. Where's the captain? Where is the captain? Where's Callum McGregor? Is Callum McGregor injured? There was no signs of Callum McGregor carrying an injury, so that's massive news. And what about Alistair Johnston getting the captain's armband? Obviously, with Cameron Carter-Vickers not 100% fit and being on the bench, keep that. We'll go to the pub with that later. Says the ref to the to the fourth officials. Coins and stuff getting thrown on the pitch at the Hearts game now. So yeah, that's the breaking news. It's a massive, massive day for Luke McCowan, who came on in the Champions League just midweek to not only get his first game in Europe, but his first game in the Champions League. I'm trying to keep an eye on this. It's in the 89th minute, and Hearts have just got an equaliser. I was hoping that Hibs were going to manage to keep to put Hearts to the bottom of the table, but it's not to be. Let's jump into the comments on first of all, to see what people are saying about the fact that there is he's been rested. A few busy games coming up, says Ripped Tom. Just jump back to some of these. Pubcat was up first. Nice one to Hibbies, but it never lasted too long, did it? Just have an operation this morning, but woozy. Oof, I hope you're okay. Let's jump through some of the comments. Yes, are you able to watch the game? Says Big Des. Judging by the headline, Brendan might be on the same amount of the stuff. Says Pubcat. Come on, Hibs. Come on. Really want Hibs to score here. That's not going. It's the handball. 7 minutes. Where did the 7 minutes come from? 7 minutes extra time in this game. Wow. Paul Baird's in the house. Joseph's in the house. Wilson QW's in the house. Stephen Johnson's in the house. Tarmac in the house. Big Des in the house. Joseph's in the house. James Boy's in the house. Paradise Found is in the house. Des is in the house. Paul McEwen's in the house. Brian Hart's in the house. Going to make the treble so sweet. Oh, Jesus. Nearly. What a throw-in that was. Why does Celtic never have players that could throw the ball? And that was like a corner, that throw-in. Right onto the penalty spot nearly for the throw-in. Unbelievable. I agree, Baz. Horrible bunch of Heart fans. Yep, Paul. Been there many times, and they are 100 times worse than the Rangers fans, it's got to be said. Noam's in the house, Anthony's in the house. Hail, 3-1 Baz to Celtic today. Delighted McCowan is starting. Calmark is concerning. I don't think it is concerning. I think it'll just be a case of resting, because if you remember towards the end of last season, Callum McGregor, who played more games than anyone, had a little bit of a niggling injury toward the end of the season, and we had to manage that. Maybe it's just about Brendan Rodgers managing the situation and managing the fitness. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hearts are going for it. Hibs are going for it, should I say? He was offside, surely. Yep. Paul Bell says, hail, Stephen. Brian's in the house. Can he play stunningly with McGregor? Yes, about time McGregor was dropped. Absolutely woeful. I don't think he's been absolutely woeful. James said, no Kuhn, that's a surprise too. Yep, and in fact it is. It's a massive surprise. The fact that Forrest starts and Kuhn is on the bench. So is the manager changing up a little bit just to give Kuhn a little bit of a rest? Kuhn is on the bench. Engels is on the bench. The first team starts, and then there's 3 players that's been dropped from the game during the week. The Hearts is on the ascendancy here. Hibs get the ball out. It's a corner. Unbelievable. But yeah, I hope it isn't such a bad thing. We'll probably hear from the manager just before the game, and then I'm sure he'll tell us all what is the story with Callum McGregor, because there was no indication at the press conference on Friday. There was no indication at the press conference on Friday that Callum McGregor had any kind of injury. It's 1-1 to them now. Yep. Paul Baird says, even without Calmark, we'll win 3-0. Sarah Ann's in the house. Lanky Returns is in the house. Des says AJ's probably going about the dressing room checking everyone's laces, and stripes are perfect. Yep. Stephen Cassidy says, I still think we're strong enough for Motherwell. 2-0 to Celtic. He thinks, I still think it'll be 2-0 to Celtic. For us to score. And it's funny because I was watching the Hearts game, and the commentator called the Hearts player James Forrest, when we know it's not James Forrest, it's his younger brother. But yeah, and then he never said anything after it. He kind of just let it go quiet. Once he realised that he'd made the mistake of calling the younger Forrest James Forrest. I'm still sticking with 5-0, says Big Des. Popcat says, thanks to Lorna and getting out in half an hour. If it doesn't keel over. Stephen Johnson's going for 3-0 Celtic. Tony and Henderson says, good morning from Ottawa in Canada. Fantastic. That's the place that I always wanted to go to, is Ottawa. It's way up in the right deep Canada, isn't it? It is. It brings back memories of someone that I used to know that went to stay in Ottawa. Anyway, Big Des says, rumour has it AJ started the huddle on the pitch the now. That is one thing. It'll be interesting to see. Alistair Johnson will have to start he'll have to start the huddle before the game, about 20 minutes before, to finish his conversation in time for kick-off. Lanky returns going 4-1, Rio first goal. Lorna's going for 3-0 Celtic. Opinionated Glaswegian's going for 3-0 Celtic. Joseph is going for 4-0 to Celtic. Jamesy Boy says, better get soon, Pubcap mate. Kyogo for a hat-trick today. And I think when you look at that team, surprising lineup, but the back, the Celts won hoops. It is a surprising lineup, it's got to be said. And it'll be interesting to get Brendan Rodgers' take before the game on why there is no Callum McGregor and where he is, and if he is injured, how long is this injury likely to keep him out for? Because whether you like it or not, he is the man that makes the team tick. Now let's see if Luke McCowan can make the team tick just as much. And it's funny because we have been, it's going another corner of Hearts. It is funny because over the last week or so on this channel, we have been talking about the fact that Luke McCowan is a long-term replacement for Callum McGregor. Now, and that got slated on Twitter a couple of weeks ago for saying, because remember we had the poll saying, is it time for Luke McCowan, Paulo Bernardo and Arne Engels to play in the midfield over and above Callum McGregor, Rio Hitati, and I got absolute stick for it. And look what's happened. I need a crystal ball, I think. But anyway, the fact that Luke is playing, Trusty and Scales have started the game. We expect Cameron Carter Vickers to come on in the second half. We also expect Greg Taylor to come on in the second half. Will Arne Engels get some game time? Can Luke McCowan last the 90 minutes? I think he can last the 90 minutes, and he's probably the ideal person to come in for Callum McGregor. 97th, we're over the 97th minute now in Edinburgh, and Hearts have got a free kick. Back post, keeper gets it away. Oh, Hearts have still got it. Ball comes in, it's a crap ball, goes out. Oh no, it doesn't go out. Oof. The drama. That's it. Isn't it the boos for the Hibs fans? Damn. Damn. God damn it. I really wanted them to win. I really wanted Hibs to win. What does that do at the table? It basically just keeps the status quo at the bottom of the table, but both are on 6 points. Both are 2 points closer to St Mirren after today. All eyes are on now Celtic. All eyes are on Celtic now. St Mirren take on Rangers. But the big test for Aberdeen comes next Wednesday. Yep, next Wednesday. Let's hope that is a draw as well, or will Aberdeen take the full points up in Pittodrie on Wednesday night? Who cares, because we need to win the game today. It's imperative that we win the game today, because when you look at the league table, Aberdeen are top of the league, looking down on the Celtic, which isn't the best, but Celtic do play today. Aberdeen are obviously on the 9 games. Celtic are on 8 games. Our goal difference is far, far superior. So, I mean, even a 1-0 win today would do it to get us back top of the league. And we want to try and make sure that we are staying in contention, believe it or not. Saying this, staying in contention with Aberdeen at the top of the table, which is absolutely fantastic for the Scottish Premier League to have another team outside the Mankey Mob up there, because I don't believe that the Mankey Mob really deserves to be anywhere near the top of the league. Hearts celebrating a draw like they've just won the league. We shouldn't say things about that, about teams that are celebrating draws after Celtic celebrated the draw in the Champions League. It's a bit different celebrating a draw in the Champions League anyway. That's that game done and dusted. Who's that mob again on third? Exactly, who is that mob? Can't wait for Aberdeen to pump the Huns. Yep, I can't believe it. 1-1 full time in Edinburgh. Both on 6 points. I really wanted Hibs to win that, so it would have moved them up the table a bit and left Hearts rooted to the bottom of the table. Really wanted Hearts to be rooted to the bottom of the table. Anyway, Jamesy Boy says, is Engels on the bench? Writing too small for reading the subs list. Yes, Arnie Engels is on the bench. The full squad of players that are on the bench is Sinisalo, Taylor, Palmer, Kuhn, Ida, Yang, Carter-Vickers, Engels and Ralston. There's no Callum McGregor on the bench whatsoever. Luke McCowan starts, and Alistair Johnston, who's in the dressing room. Well, he won't be in the dressing room just yet. Yeah, he will be, because there's an hour to go for kick-off. They'll be walking about the park in their trackies, just looking at the pitch. Maybe not, because the weather's probably crap. I've got Scottish weather here today. It's been pissing down with rain all day. I'll just turn this TV down a bit. What station is the Celtic game on? That's one thing I've never actually found out today. What station is the Celtic game on? TNT Sports. That's wrong. Motherwell. And no Callum McGregor for. There we go. Sky Sports. So I take it I'll be straight on right after this game. It'll be in an hour's time, so there's a bit of time to chat before then. But concerning the live stream, we will not be on at half time. I'm not going to come on at half time. What I am going to do is I'm going to come on 10 minutes before the end of the game. So it's on Sky 3, that's perfect. Cheers, Trips. Sky Sports. What's wrong with Calmac says Lucky 15 video. We've no idea. We'll have to wait till the manager speaks to the Sky reporters before the game. So yeah, there won't be any. I'm not coming on at half time. It doesn't really make much difference to the channel. But what I will be doing is I will be starting a live 10 minutes before the end of full time. Yep, I'll be coming live again 10 minutes before the end of full time, so we can see the end of the game together and then go into an immediate reaction of the game. Remember that the Sevco game does start at the exact same time. It starts at the same time as us. So even though they're 3 points, they're good. Well, they're more than 3 points, aren't they? They're a good few points behind us. It will be. It'll be an interesting day because they'll think that they can close the point on us if we drop any points. But yeah, they're on 16 points. They're miles and miles and miles behind us, aren't they? 6 points behind us. But we need to extend that today, and hopefully they drop points away to St Mirren, which you can't see it. And you can't see it at all. Anyway, let's jump back into the comments. I can't see the buddies getting anything at Grayskull, but we live in hope. Yeah, this is true. Peter Larkin said the game's on Sky. Everyone's saying this game's on Sky. James Boyd, Castle Grayskull. Not the right place. Snake Mountain is where Skeletor lived. Afternoon, Baz, and hail everyone. Still one without Callum McGregor. It's going to be 3-0 for us, says Celtic 1888. I think so as well. I think it still will be a Celtic win. Hail for sunny Hua Hin, Thailand, watching on Celtic TV, says John. Do you just keep on moving around Thailand, John? Pub at Snake Mountain, bud. Brendan Rodgers taking a gamble with that team, says Stuart. Has he taken a gamble? Has he taken a gamble? I don't think he's taken a gamble. I think when you look at it, it's a strong starting 11. It's Motherwell away. James Forrest knows they're going to sit back, right? You're not going to, and this is why I think it's a good team. Dropping Kuhn to the bench. Kuhn sometimes struggles to break in just before. He's good at getting to the byline, but when you've got 5 at the back for Motherwell, it's going to be very difficult to get round the back and get a ball in. Now, what James Forrest is good at, and we all know over the years, James Forrest has been absolutely fantastic at coming down the wing, cutting in just before the edge of the box and having strikes for the edge of the box. How many goals has James Forrest scored in his career over the years from just the outside of the box? Now, when the back 5 for Motherwell were sitting back just inside the box, it's going to be really difficult for Kuhn to get by them and get any decent balls in. I mean, you're going to get balls in, but if you've only got Adam Ida in there and they're sitting with 5 at the back, do you know, it's going to, if you're sitting with Kyogo, it's going to be difficult to try and get shots in. James Forrest, on the other hand, James Forrest is good at getting past players and getting crosses in, and he's also good at having shots for outside the box, which I think will be needed. Will Kyogo be able to break the offside trap for the game? I hope so, because I don't see Motherwell pushing up too far. But if he can, I'm sure Kyogo will break the offside trap. I didn't think that he would start with Kyogo, but he has went back to Kyogo, given Adam Ida the start in the Champions League game. I thought he might have went with Adam Ida, but then again, Kyogo running about the back 3 that will be quite compact together. Brendan Rodgers will be hoping that Kyogo can get the defence all confused, and then that way, when they're at 6s and 7s with each other, thinking, where is he, who's watching him, one of the wingers can get the ball in. And I think it would be Dyson Maida. You'll see a lot of the stuff coming down the side with Dyson Maida and him crossing the balls into Kyogo more than James Forrest coming down. I think James Forrest's role will be to try and get in front of the defenders and take shots from there and try and run his way through the defence and get a ball into Kyogo that way. I don't think you'll get many shots from him from the outside of the box, but what do I know? I'm just commenting on YouTube. Anyway, Terence says we need to see what the midfield can be without Kalmak. Shouldn't be a big deal if our midfield is as good as we'll believe. It's a squad game. This is football. This is true. Hi to Kaiser, who is in the house. The Celtic top gives it away. Baz, where's Kalmak? He's not playing. He's not even on the bench. So that is the breaking team news. That is the Motherwell Celtic breaking team news, and that's why I had a little indication before the game, and that's why the thumbnail says, what has Brendan Rodgers done? What has Brendan Rodgers done? Because Callum McGregor is nowhere near the started team today. Is Kalmak injured? No, we don't know yet. We won't know until Sky interview the manager before the game. So I won't be on air at that point. I will be sitting in front of the television, glued to it, just like everyone else. And glued to the television to see what exactly is wrong with Callum McGregor. Is it such a big deal that if he's dropped just to give him a rest, I think that could be in the manager's mind, considering that he did have a little niggling injury that the manager said that he's had every single season for a few years now. And I think if we could maintain his fitness and his game time, if we can manage it more at this end of the season, when it comes to the money-making end of the season, the winning end of the season, you're still going to have your captain there, and that's the most important time to have Callum McGregor. Why? Because he's done it before. Luke McCowan's never been there before. He's never been in the position to where he knows how to. Some players might not be able to, in their first season, we've seen it before, they don't know how to handle the pressure of going on to win the league. You're going to need your James Forrest. You're going to need. I'm just watching the Hibs goal back. It was a fantastic goal for a free kick. I can't believe that Hearts got an equaliser. Unbelievable. Never looked like coming. But anyway, and when it comes to the tail end of the season, we do need our experienced players and players that know how to get it over the line. And I think we kind of missed that a little bit with Callum McGregor last season. But ultimately, Luke McCowan is the future of Celtic, whether we like it or not. Kaiser says, I'll be on Baz, coming for a beer. Yeah, I might come on, but I will be starting a video on this channel 10 minutes before the end. So, yeah, I'll come on. Send me a link on Twitter. I'll come on just before half time. I'll talk about the game. Des is from Tory Mowbray area. Pubcat says, smiling would be a giveaway. Not much of that recently. John Quinn says, we've still got enough firepower to beat Motherwell. Yeah, but definitely. Engels instead of Atati, I would have preferred him, but not Brendan Rodgers, says Big Des. I thought that Arne Engels might get dropped. I thought that he might get dropped due to the fact that he's just young as well, remember. Arne Engels is just young, putting a lot of pressure on. I mean, we spoke about burnout with players. And you've got to remember that Arne Engels is just young. Never mind the price tag that's on the player's head. He is just young. So Brendan Rodgers has also spoken the last couple of weeks about squad rotation. Speaking about squad rotation and the fact that, you know, it is a squad game. And at this point of the season, and especially going into November and December are extremely busy games with a lot of very, very important games coming up. Be it domestically, be it in the cup. Hibs should have scored that one when he's 1-on-1. I mean, why are Hearts got such a high line? And Hibs totally screwed that up. 83rd minute. Boys 1-on-1 with the keeper and he hits it into the ground. Craig Gordon, he's always going to save that, for you're wanting the guy to just bullet it into the back of the net. And Hibs could have won 2-1 because it would have been 2-0 at that point. Would Hearts have come back and got a goal? Who cares? I just want to see Hibs win because I want to make sure that Hearts stay down. Now there is Neil Lennon, and without his Poppy, the Poppy Gate will have started obviously back in Scotland. Neil Lennon, the only one in the studio in Motherwell without a Poppy. It's October. It's not even November yet. And they're parading about in their poppies. But never mind. Each to their own, as they say. Each to their own. Right, back into the comments. Mr. Quinn says, you want the young player to seize their chance. You do want them to seize the chance as well. But look at the injuries that Kieran Tierney has had in his career. We let Kieran Tierney seize his chance at Celtic. Now, ultimately, Kieran Tierney played almost every game, apart from when he was injured at Celtic. But did Celtic... Brendan Rodgers will be thinking about this, and he'll think back to when he had Kieran Tierney in the team. And did he put too much emphasis on Kieran Tierney at such a young age? Has that ultimately cost? Have Celtic playing Kieran Tierney and taking too much... putting too much time into Kieran Tierney and making him the player he was, has that had an adverse effect on his career? Now, the Celtic manager will not want that to happen to any other player. You don't want burnout in players. You want to just, I mean, we want players to seize their chance, but at the same time, you want to be bringing players into the squad that are more than capable. And, you know, for me, I think it's still Luke McCowan is the future in that holding role in midfield. Today's his big chance to show everyone at Celtic, to show the Celtic fans that he is the real deal. Afternoon, fellow Celtic fans. Baz, I noticed that Neil Lennon is the only one without a poppy. Thumbs up for Tam Mac. Yep. It's October. It's not even November. You know, I've got Poppygate starting already. It's weeks away. It's unbelievable that they do it earlier and earlier every year. Why would Lennon wear a poppy when his country is occupied, says Joseph. Yep. And did 1888 even had a Castle Grayskull as a toy kid? Carly says, I'm not even getting into Poppygate anyway. I stay in a country where they weren't involved in the war, really. So don't care. But anyway, right, let's see what the Celtic headlines are saying after that shock news. What has Brendan Rodgers done? It was on the thumbnail, and it was the breaking Celtic news, the video. Rodgers names Celtic team for Motherwell. Trip as McCowan and Forrest starts is one headline. Rodgers makes 4 changes with McGregor missing for match day squad. The team's up 4 changes. McCowan starts as Kalmack puts his feet up is another one. Celtic starting 11, Motherwell 4 changes as McGregor ruled out, but defensive duo return from injury. James Forrest starts. Celtic team confirmed. McGregor out. McCowan starts is another one. Manager makes 4 changes is the official Celtic site. We'll go and see if Celtic site has anything. The manager has made 4 changes from the starting lineup from the midweek trip to Italy in the 0-0 UEFA Champions League draw with Serie A side Atalanta. The 4 who came in are Luke McCowan, Kyogo, Paulo Bernardo and James Forrest, with Cameron Carter-Vickers and Greg Taylor returning to the bench after injury. There is no more comment. Celtic have never put anything out about and where is our captain. You would think if they were going to do it and they wanted to control the narrative, you'd think that the Brendan Rodgers would have given the Celtic media guys an update to put out on the Celtic site. Because if you want to control the media and what the media says and how it is seen, putting everything through the Celtic FC website is the best place to do it. But instead, Brendan Rodgers will now get quizzed before the game, asking where is Callum McGregor. QC Wilson says, read Lennon's book, no Jay. AJ is the captain and that's a nice day. Hope Carl Mack's just having a day off. Yes, I think he'll just be having a day off and getting some rest. George says, afternoon Baz, is Celtic fans all over the world. Hope this doesn't backfire, says Ian McKenzie. The fact that Brendan Rodgers has left the captain out, not just out, but not even on the bench, which will raise suspicion that he is carrying some sort of injury. But let's hope it is just resting him. I think it will be. The manager will turn around and say, look, when we look back to last season, towards the end of the season, it will be a case that we need to rest Callum McGregor to make sure that he's fine for the end of the season. I think it's just going to be that. But then again, he might be carrying a little niggle. But he was pictured in training yesterday and on Friday. So I don't know. Could something have happened in training? I don't think so. Anyway, the ones that are on the bench, Sinisalo, there's no chance of Sinisalo coming on unless Michael is injured. Taylor, he'll definitely come on round about the 70th minute, I think, or maybe 72nd minute is my time for Taylor. Palmer, will he get any game time, or will he still bemoan the fact that he is on the bench? Adam Ida will come on for Kyogo in around about the 65th minute, I reckon. 65th minute, and Adam Ida will come on for Kyogo. Kuhn, will he come on for Forrest at some point? Yeah, more than likely. Kuhn will come on with around about 15 minutes to go. Yang, will he come on for Dyson? I doubt it. Dyson will see the game out. Carter-Vickers will come on, but who will come off the pitch? Will it be Trusty or will it be Scales? Will he move Trusty over to his favoured position to bring on Cameron Carter-Vickers? Or will the manager go with the fact that Scales and Cameron Carter-Vickers have played so well together in the past, and they have that understanding? That's going to be. This is the one to watch during the game. This is the big one, if you ask me. Whether it's a straight swap for Trusty and Cameron Carter-Vickers, or if the manager is brave. If the manager is brave and he thinks about the reason that he brought in Trusty to play him alongside Cameron Carter-Vickers, will he take Scales off to just rest Scales up a bit? But it'll be the first game that Cameron Carter-Vickers and Trusty have played together at Celtic. And then there's Arne Engels. Will Arne Engels come on for Luke McCowan in the second half, or will Arne Engels come on for Rio Hatate? And will Luke McCowan see out the end of the game? Tony Ralston, well, he's only going to come on if there is an injury to Johnson, and I can't see Johnson coming off because he is the captain. That's it. It's buzzing time. I respect the peace lily. Yeah, I'll wear a white poppy. So I can see that the comments are all going Poppygate daft, but I'll wear a white poppy for peace. So you can all say what you want. And my granddad and everybody was in World War II as well, but I still wear a white poppy for peace. Don't know. So there we go. Opinion Glasgow says floppy and illegal wars. Taylor, Palmer, Kyogo, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Engels will all play a part, says Mappy. Yep. Brendan is probably something like Callum, go rest, go watch us for the sofa. We'll beat Motherwell 5-0, something like that, says Ian. I think so. It will be something like that. I feel Palmer should have started for Maida. The boy needs a rest. I don't think so. I don't think that Lewis Palmer, no disrespect to Lewis Palmer, but he couldn't lace Dyson Maida's boots. And when you've got someone that is as fast as Dyson, and trying to, when we get the odd opportunity to get back behind this back five of Motherwell today, you want someone with a bit of pace that's not going to be too ball greedy on the ball and that will get crosses in. Lewis Palmer tries to, play the Spanish style, play the South American style to try and weave in and out the defenders and try and get a ball into the back of the net and into the box. And ultimately, it takes too long on the ball. Ultimately, Lewis Palmer takes one or touch too many every single time that is on the pitch. So I can understand why Brendan has done that. Anyway, I'd be interested to see the boy Miller from Motherwell. He's meant to be a right good player. James the boy, that's the one that Lanky's been shouting about for a long time. So I am going to be keeping an eye out for him today. Good news is there's been over 1,875 people on live. There's 373 people on. 75 thumbs up. Make sure that you do give the Alan Muir's on VAR. Oh, we're doomed. Maida's a first pick every week. Yeah, he is that. Off to the Parkhead Bar in Marmaris. There you go. Off to the Parkhead Bar in Marmaris. Anyway, I will be on 10 minutes to go. Celtic have never stopped any player from wearing a poppy, but they will never put a poppy in their jersey. Look, Celtic pay to Poppy Scotland every single year a massive donation. I think it's about £10,000 every year. Every year. It's the biggest donation by a football club in Scotland every single year. So let's just put that to bed. Let's just put that to bed. They do make the biggest donation in Scottish football to Poppy Scotland every year. It's where a team across the road on the other side of the city tend to get soldiers jumping down from the roof and pay no tax to the Queen and King. So anyway, that's enough of that. And plus they died. The Soviet Empire, who cares? These are all mad. Thailand boys ready for a great night, says Mappy. Fantastic. Thumbs up, get it smashed on the way out, says Des. He is getting the last comment. There's been over 2,000 people on the live so far, which is absolutely fantastic. Brendan Rodgers has left out Callum McGregor. Unbelievably, some Celtic fans are saying, but on the other hand, some Celtic fans are saying it isn't before time. As it stands just now, we are sitting second place in the league. That is a live update, and I will be jumping on with 10 minutes to go. So if you are sitting watching the telly, switch your phone on and we'll jump on and we can talk and watch the last 10 minutes of the game together, and then get straight into an analysis of the game and hopefully the fact that Celtic are top of the table once again. Dramatic time in Scottish football. And on that note, have an absolute